think we all should have been outside for this one. Or is that a green screen there, Jerry?
That is not a green screen.
When you hear his neighbors yelling, you'll know it's not.
Yeah.
They probably will yell at him. Like, hey, give me those tips. I want to win some money.
It's nice. That was really good.
Was it? Yeah.
No.
Not really. It's early. I need coffee.
Mm-hmm. Welcome to Just the Tip, a fantasy football podcast with your tippers, Matt, Disfatt-Bidge.
These are just our tips, so take them easy, take them hard. It's up to you.
Ryan, the Tagless Haynes.
Most bizarre Haynes brief that there's ever been.
And Matt, I.R. Regan.
Yeah, I hear you, and I definitely would take the shot on it because you'd be dumb not to.
Coming to you from the heart of New England. Get ready to take some tips.
And welcome in to Just a Tip, a fantasy football podcast. We are your hosts. Special episode coming at you, Labor Day weekend. But I am Mac, Disfatt-Bidge. We got IR Regan drinking out of a cool Ninja Turtle mug. Is it coffee in there? Is that an Irish coffee there, Regan?
Oh, should have been. It's just regular coffee.
Yeah, rookie mistake. Hey, we got Ryan the Tagless Haynes. Ryan, sweet background there. You've been updating that daily, it seems. How you doing?
It's costing me a fortune, man, but I'm doing all right.
Hey, we do it for the people. We do it for the takers out there. And we got a special guest here, Jerry Haynes. If you've been with us taking our tips since the beginning, you know of him. Chapatcha Hatchet, the 2020 winner of our Dynasty League, New England Football League. Jerry, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for having me on again.
No, we appreciate it. He's our local gambling expert.
Degenerate.
Degenerate. We'll put it. I was trying to be nice, but bets everything from NASCAR to ping pong to NFL and college ball. So get some. I don't know.
What?
Have you done ping pong? You seem like you would have bet it. Ah, damn it.
I have not.
What is the most obscure thing that you bet on?
Women's tennis.
Okay. Close enough. But we are going to get into bets for a season-long NFL season, MVP, rookie, and such. Then we'll give you a preview on Thursday Night Football, where we have the Rams facing the Bills on Thursday night, but it's Monday night broadcast. It doesn't make sense. But we are recording on Labor Day weekend, September 4th. I almost said August there. This year has flown by. We're here, boys, right at the brink of the season. So get your last-minute drafts in, pay your rent. It's the first weekend of the month, your electric bill, all that. But we'll help you win some money so you can afford that. But first, let's get into a little bit of news here, Ryan. Haynes' briefs here. Nope.
Sweet sassy molassie.
Now, what do we got today, Ryan?
You balked me there, man.
Mm-hmm. I know.
I was all ready. Now my breaths are off. Oh man! All right, let's see how this goes. Yeah. So I just wanted to. It was a big weekend, college football first week. I don't count last weekend, week 0. That's I don't know what that is. But if you were checking out the shorts that we had on YouTube or any of our other social media accounts, you would have saw that I had 3 players to watch in college football this weekend. And these are 3 players that could certainly find their way into your lineup in 2023 in dynasty formats. So I just want to touch on those players, how they did, those games, just a little bit of college talk to start the morning. So the first player I had, Sean Tucker, running back for Syracuse, leads the team to a 31-7 win over Louisville. His stat line, 98 yards and a rushing touchdown, 6 receptions for 85 yards and a receiving touchdown. Dynasty nerds currently have him projected as the 5th running back in the 23 class. don't be surprised if this guy gets a boost. And I'm sure this is a guy you haven't heard of before. Syracuse does not get a lot of publicity in football. But if you guys have an opportunity to catch a Syracuse game, I would recommend doing it because this guy's an absolute beast. A game that you might have watched last night, Notre Dame falls to Ohio State 21-10. Notre Dame only had 18 passing attempts, but one of my players to watch was tight end Michael Mayer. Guy's an absolute beast. He's the consensus number one across dynasty projections for the 23 class for the tight end position. 5 receptions for 32 yards and a fumble, so not a great stat line. But if you think about it this way, he caught almost 33% of the passes, and he was the only Notre Dame target to have more than 1 reception yesterday.
He's like Mark Andrews.
That's pathetic.
Yeah, basically.
Get the majority of that small passing pie. Yep.
Did you guys catch any of that game?
No, wife would have killed me.
I was at an Aaron Lewis concert last night, so yeah, I didn't watch anything.
Well, Notre Dame had the lead for a hot minute, and until they blew it at the end.
Good for them.
And then the last guy I had was a bit of a sleeper. Definitely a guy that's off everybody's radar. Georgia's Kendall Milton. So he's finally getting a chance after sitting behind James Cook. This dude is 6'1", 220, and last year they primarily used him as a return man. So I think that tells you how athletic this dude is and how big he is. He ran 8 carries, 50 yards, and a touchdown. He brought in an 18-yard catch for a touchdown. He's a bit of a dual threat, which is great, especially for his size. They have a huge win versus Oregon, 49-3. Dynasty Nerds currently has him listed as their 7th running back in the 23 class. So he's a guy that, again, he could certainly jump up draft boards. He might be a guy next year where you're sitting in the 2nd round and you're wondering who to draft. This is probably a guy to pick up because he has all of the intangibles and he has the measurements to be a 3-down running back in the NFL. So just keep an eye out for him. And every week I plan on kind of giving you guys 3 new players to watch. That could be from the 23 class, the 24 class. I just want to kind of get everybody caught up to speed and just bring your attention to some players around the community.
Love it.
Yeah, right on, man. That's awesome. Thanks for that. So basically what you're saying is get some picks for next year's draft class in your dynasty leagues. Don't trade them all away. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely. 23 class, absolutely loaded for sure.
Yeah. I think I got to do some shopping around. So we'll see. Well, we appreciate that. Regan, do we have anybody in the Hurt Locker we need to worry about this week? Let's get into the Hurt Locker. If I can find... Oh, yeah, here we go.
My back.
What do you mean by that? Your
back is broken.
What, a vertebrae or what portion?
Spinal.
Probably should have turned the volume up for that one.
That's okay. All right, let's just jump into this one real quick. I'm going to run through the list, and then we can talk about a couple right after. Really nothing crazy. This last week of practice, no one's been really hitting. They're getting ready for the first game of the season. So a lot less injuries, so that's great. No big names. Cam Akers, Darrell Henderson both got cleared. Sean McVay came out saying they're good to go week 1, both at 100%. Michael Gallup on pace and hopefully ready to play sometime in September. That's what the team's saying. That's what experts are saying. He obviously was kept off the PUP, so no matter what, I think you're going to see him before week 4. So week 3, the earliest, or the latest, I should say. But he's looking good. Hasn't gone full practice yet. Russell Gage looking to be ready for week 1. It's going to be close, though, so something to really eye on that one. J.K. Dobbins, I'm really nervous about this guy. I need to find some more info right here, but some experts are saying that they don't think he's even going to play week 1 or 2. So let's keep this one in your mind.
He gets really mad when people say that he's not getting ready. So he's motivated, but don't tweet at him. Don't mention his name. Or else he will find you and get angry at you if you're one of those.
I'm worried about
reporters. Sorry, Regan, go.
No, you're good. I'm just saying I'm worried about him playing in general because he's so valuable to this team. I know they don't want to just screw him over the week 1 when he's not ready. We'll talk a little bit more about that. Tyquan Thornton for the Patriots put on IR. It's a little bit late, but I just want to throw that out there. It was the only big injury in IR switch over the past couple days. Chris Godwin looking good, coming along great, but they are saying week 1 might be tough for him to start in. I think that's where the whole Russell Gage kind of comes into play. So keep an eye on that one. I think he's going to be fine week 2. They probably just want to give him a little bit more time. And the last one's Michael Thomas. He's been out of practice for the last 2 weeks. This is going to be the 3rd week that he might not be practicing. Well, continuation. But it looks like he should be good to go in full speed for week 1. So we'll go back, guys. Talk about anyone you guys want. I think the main one is the Cam Akers, Darrell Henderson. I think these last couple drafts you guys have probably been having. You probably took Cam Akers as your number 3, hopefully, maybe number 2. He's been falling a lot in drafts. I think I'm okay playing him as my RB2. I'd like to fade him if I can, but I know most teams you really can't. I think it is safe to say that, you could play him. He's going to get some carries, but this one, if not, the whole season is going to be some splits. I think they're going to have to try to keep these guys healthy, especially if they're coming off these injuries. Anything you guys want to talk about out of this list, guys?
No. So you still think he's going to be a top 10 running back?
Honestly, I think we'll know like week 4. He's gonna start getting the more carries. They both had soft tissue injuries, whatever that means. Usually, it's like a hamstring or something like that. So I'm worried about them both not getting a full workload. So that's what's kind of killing me, and it's gonna kill you fantasy league week 1 matchups at least. So if you can fade them, I would like to. You are playing Buffalo. They are a great defense. They have good defensive line. They have good linebackers. Is really what it is. So you got to be careful with this one.
Who's their 3rd running back? Because the rookie there went down.
Should be Jake Funk, right?
Is that who it is?
Wow. Kyron Williams went down. Jake Funk. Williams. So keep Jake Funk on your radar. He can find his way into your lineups at some point in the season.
I hope not.
Oh, man. That would be a sad day, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he does not look like a pro football player.
His name doesn't look like a pro football player. No. What's up, man?
Just to clarify something, you don't think Cam Akers will be a top 10 running back. That was just a bold prediction. So there's a little caveat there, Ryan. He has a little hedge in his bets there. But yeah, I don't like it. They're going to be running back by committee. Hopefully you're not depending on them as an RB2, but we'll get into that matchup later on in this episode. The guy I wanted to talk about, J.K. Dobbins, man. I hope you didn't draft him. It's going to be a long year for him. They're going with Kenyon Drake and Mike Davis. It's bad news. Bad news for him, man.
Yeah, once they grabbed Drake, you knew something was up, and you knew it wasn't full speed because that's already like their 8th running back on the roster. Again.
Get Kenyon Drake on your roster right now.
God's plan.
All right, anyone else? I do want to say, like, I know me and Mac have a draft today. I already held up the trophy. We're pretty pumped, but I grabbed Michael Gallup late, like last pick a couple weeks. I think that's a great steal to grab if you got a draft coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna be back. He could be the number 1. You don't even know.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think we're golden unless you guys want to talk about anybody else.
Nope. I think I'm good. Jerry, how about you? You've been quiet.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay. Let us get into our betting segment. We'll get into prop bets and stuff for the NFL season. But if you could listen to us on Spotify and Apple, if you could rate and review, it'd be much appreciated. If you have a question, go ahead and write in those reviews, and we'll try to help you out. Hit us up, Just a Tip FFP, on all the social media platforms, and we'll try to help you out with your lineups. And with that, let us get into this, boys.
Come, let us gingerly touch our tips.
Alrighty, Jerry, just a quick rundown on how betting works, over-unders, and all that stuff, how they actually make the money, the favorites, odds-on favorites, and all that, please.
Yeah, so basically, there's a bunch of different bets you can do. There's parlays, there's over-unders. You can bet an individual team. You can combine the bets. There's a lot of different things you can do. But for starters, I mean, your simple bets are your best bet. Over-unders are the amount of points in the game. And Vegas is usually right on the number of how many points are going to be scored in the game. So, you just gotta go with your gut sometimes. Over unders, week one preseason, I'm big on overs, and this year 13 out of 15 hit on week
Wow.
one. They started off with their over unders in the low 30s. By week two, those numbers were up in the high 30s, and it was more of an even battle in week two. But yeah, week one always preseason always pound the overs.
And in the beginning of the NFL season, right, there's some theory about defenses not being up to game speed and not
Correct.
enough film on these guys. So a lot of points are scored in the first month.
Yes. Yeah. But Vegas does adapt to that. So, week one, the over-unders were, 31, 32, 33 and a half points. And week two, they were, starting at like 38 and a half points. They did not want to lose their shirt 2 weeks in a row.
Makes sense. I wouldn't either.
So, and then you have your futures. You can pick, you can pick your Super Bowl favorite. There are over-under props, season-long props. I like, quarterback yards, for example, like Ryan Tannehill. He's got an over-under at 3,620 yards. And he went over that last year. So, I mean, I would say he's primed to do that again.
Noted.
Yeah, I like that one. I mean, you're talking like with Tannehill, he had AJ Brown for 11 games, 12 games, and he really wasn't true to form for most of those games. So he was doing it with like Nick Westbrook. Oh my God,
Keeney.
Yeah, that was like his main dude. So if he could put up 3,600 yards with Keeney and Anthony Fursker and all of these guys, he's a pretty good bet this year.
Right, and they pounded the ball a lot and running the ball, and they're not going to be able to continue to just absolutely bell cow like that. So
you don't know that.
29-year-old running backs, you can read the writing on the wall a little bit.
Right.
All right. So if I were to bet, let's say rookie of the year for some odd reason, George Pickens plus 1,000. What does that mean?
Well, that means you're laying $100 to win 1,000. So he's basically 10 to 1. So whatever your wager is, he's going to win 10 times that.
Awesome.
That's simple.
Spoiler alert. Rookie of the year pick for me. I think we got to do that. I like those odds there, but we'll get into that in a bit. Anybody have any bets that they want to talk to Jerry about? See if it's a good one, bad one.
No, I just want his list.
All right, Jerry, give us a couple bets then. We'll lead off with you.
A couple bets. All right. As far as season long, the Texans over under 4.5 games. Which basically means will they win 5 games to put you over, or will they be under? To me, that number feels right on the money. I think they could be 5-12.
I think
I'm going under on that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm taking the under on that. I don't think they're gonna be good at all. I was looking at
the Dameon Pierce hype.
Yeah. I'm looking at
more than that.
Detroit Lions here, 6.5. The under is plus 125. I don't think they win more than 6 games. I think I want to hit the under on that.
To me, that feels like a trap.
Yeah.
Okay.
These guys really like playing for that maniac, biting kneecaps and stuff. So, he's
that's not what he's into anymore.
Oh, that's not what he's into now.
Nah.
But they could
again and again and again and again and again. That gives me fucking hope.
He loves seeing Charles come.
How do I follow that up?
Yeah, I got nothing.
I'm sorry. Yeah, so Detroit 6.5 plus 125. You don't think that's a good bet? Think it's a trap?
I feel like 6 is the number. I think I do think they're gonna improve, and they, like I said, they do really like playing for Dan Campbell. So we'll. I'm gonna stay away from that one completely.
Yeah, their defense isn't good. That's why I love their offense
Correct.
and fantasy this year. A lot of garbage time points, but all right.
Anything that seems like a lock, don't do that.
Yeah, usually if it feels good, you take that bet, and then you find out that like the end of the season you are sweating it out. They're sitting there right at 5 wins.
Yeah, or like an individual game, like let's say Boston College 7.5 versus Rutgers.
You were very confident in that one.
Yeah, don't take this. There's 2 different Hayneses here. You want to take gambling tips from one and not the other. So make sure you have us figured out here.
Ouch.
Yeah, not good.
And then just one other season-long bet. The Raiders have an over/under of 8.5 games.
What?
I think there's too much talent on that team to not be at 9 or 10 wins.
I'm doing that one right after this podcast.
Yeah. I feel like the over is kind of a lock there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting minus 150 there for 8.5. I like it.
And then not only that, the Raiders have been following it because I went down to the sports book and I had to put a bet in for the Raiders as a Super Bowl future.
Oh,
They have moved from 30 to 1 all the way down to 25 to 1.
Yeah,
so
their lines been moving.
So we're not alone on that. So
they've been looking
been
at
a
our
lot
notes.
of movement.
Yeah, they've been hacking us
again.
I know it happens. They've been scouting. All right. Anybody else have any season-long bets they want to get into before we get to MVPs and all that?
Yeah, I got one here. This is one I really like, Jerry. So just let me know what your thoughts are. Cardinals 18-1 for highest scoring team. So I was looking at the first 9 weeks of last season with D-Hop. They're averaging almost 31 points per game, which the Cowboys were overall the highest scoring team through the season. I think they averaged like 30.8 points per game. So obviously D-Hop's out the first 6 weeks, but they bring in Hollywood. They have Zach Ertz. They still have James Conner locked up. So I still think they could put up a fair amount of points over that 6-game stretch. And then once D-Hop comes back, I think sky is the limit for this team. So at 18-1, highest scoring team, I think they have a really, really good shot.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, I wouldn't put a lot on that because it is it's like a little bit of a reach pick, but 18-1, there's a lot of value there. So even a lower amount is going to pay out pretty good. I mean, it's $20 to win 360. That's so I like that, and they do happen. I mean, that's basically when I make all my NASCAR picks, I'm usually looking at 15 to 25 to 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because when you're talking like a bigger field, if you're talking you have a 1 in 32 chance.
Correct.
Or whatever that really, I mean, realistically, you could probably count out 12 teams, but 1 in 20 chance for the highest scoring team. That's really a long shot. But 18-1, like you said, throw down 20, you make 360. That'd be nice.
Right. And do you know what the top team, the favorite, where those odds were?
I believe they started at 500-1. I think it was the Bills at 500-1. I think, or 500 plus 500, so 5-1.
Right.
And then the Bucks 8-1 were second.
Yeah,
it's not going to be the Bucks.
That sounds kind of like the Super Bowl odds. Kind of the same thing. Bills are number 1. They're 5 or 6-1 depending on the market, and then Tampa's right behind them. They've been between 7, 7.5, and 8-1.
So it won't be Tampa and it won't be the Bills. Got it.
Noted.
Those are just the Bills are a pretty heavy favorite. Like I don't think I've ever seen the Bills as a Super Bowl favorite before. I did pick them to win last year, and it was close. But
one.
The fly over.
Yeah, it was a flyby.
They missed the beginning. No, you wanted I ordered the flyover at the beginning of the episode. Damn it.
I told you it
Right,
wasn't
that
a
would've
green
been nice.
screen.
Damn it.
He just has the sound effects on his phone. All right, cool. Anything else before we get to MVPs?
Golden.
No. All right.
Let's do it.
So our real MVP pick, NFL MVP, not fantasy football MVP pick. All right. So real for me is Lamar Jackson at plus 2,000. He has something to prove. He's trying to get that contract money like Russell Wilson just got. Lamar Jackson, I think, is just going to run all over this league and be the number one QB and be the MVP. That's where I'm putting my money at.
Adds up.
Ryan, how about you? Who's your NFL MVP pick?
Kirk Cousins, 50-1, baby.
Get the hell out of here.
New coach, Justin
You like
Jefferson,
that?
year 3. Dalvin Cook is going to return to form. Oh, yeah, baby. Kirk Cousins.
All right, Regan, bring some sense onto this pod, please.
Yeah. As usual, I want to pick Josh Allen, but I'll put that aside, and I'm going to go with Russell Wilson. When I look for team calls like this, I'm looking for something that's changed, and this guy has had the biggest change. He's on a new team. He's got a team with an amazing offense that can carry him, even if he's having a down game. So he's still going to look good. He's got great offensive weapons. He's got great running backs, 2 of them. So a lot of teams can't say that. So I'm pretty pumped about this guy. Odds are 1,400, so plus 14.
Nice. Yeah, I like that one too. Jerry, who's your MVP pick?
I'm going to go with Justin Herbert at 9-1.
Oh, okay.
The Chargers have completely revamped the offensive line, and the Chargers did a ton of offseason work, mostly on their defense. But I think they're going to be a legit threat this year, and I think Herbert's going to be leading the way.
Mm-hmm. I like it. And if you are thinking to pick somebody else besides a QB as your MVP, don't do it. Adrian Peterson was the last non-QB, and that was 2012. So if Cooper Kupp didn't get it last year, then bet QB.
Oh, that's a great point.
Don't burn your money. On the other hand, though, Rookie of the Year can literally be any position besides defense. It's not really defensive players. But who do you guys got for Rookie of the Year? I already spoiled mine. It was George Pickens at plus 1,000.
For me, it's Treylon Burks. I still believe in this guy. I think the reports are right. He's going to be used heavily in this offense. And I think with Tannehill, they're going to make a good connection. And I don't think I'm not confident. We've talked about this, that Robert Woods stays healthy for the whole season. You know, dude's 31 years old. He's their wide receiver 1. We don't know how much he's slowed down. I think it's going to be Treylon Burks.
Yeah, and for mine, I'm just going to continue following the hype, and I'm just going to go Dameon Pierce because I feel like I honestly hate this. I feel like this is the biggest stretch, but I'm just looking for a guy that's going to be on a crap team that's going to get a shitload of work, and, you know, and something can come out of this, you know. So I'm excited. I'm worried about all the rookie QBs even getting a start. They're not even going to have a full season under their belt, so it's got to be one of these wide receivers that you guys just mentioned, or just some low-level running back that just pops up out of nowhere.
Yeah, I guess the team doesn't really have to make the playoffs for the guy to be Rookie of the Year, so that's okay. Yeah, that's why I like George Pickens, because it's going to be half Trubisky throwing to him and then half Kenny Pickett. A lot of money on Kenny Pickett, though, Jerry.
And I don't. Like
he's got to have a Justin Herbert type year if he wants to win Rookie of the Year. I don't see that happening.
Yeah, I don't see that happening either. And up until last week, it's been almost like a quarterback battle there. So, and he barely edged it out.
They still haven't picked. Did they?
So yeah, no, they haven't. They haven't locked one in.
Yeah,
but as of last week, it was still a battle. So I don't think there's enough opportunity for him to show out like that.
All right, you got a Rookie of the Year pick?
I do. I like Drake London.
Yeah.
Something that every Rookie of the Year is going to need, especially on an offense, is a poor squad around them so they can show out and really look flashy. And I think with Russell Gage being gone and going to Tampa Bay, and I think with Ridley suspended for the season, he's going to get his opportunity.
Agreed.
Yeah,
like
I think that's a great pick. What are the odds?
So
he's 8-1.
Yeah, he's
okay.
So is Chris Olave. Then Kenny Pickett's the odds-on favorite at plus 700.
Where is Burks? He's got to be what, 15
Burks,
to 1?
No, plus 900. You're good.
9 to 1. Okay.
Yeah, 9 to 1. 11 to 1's Garrett Wilson. James Cook at 14 to 1. I don't like that one either.
Pierce is 20 to 1.
I know. It's tough. Ooh, you know what? I might be switching. Jalen Tolbert plus 2,500. They're gonna need him in that offense, and they're gonna pass the ball a lot.
You're just going for the paycheck, you jerk.
I'm putting money on Tolbert. That's where I'm putting my money on.
And another one to keep an eye on is Garrett Wilson, for the same reasons as Drake London. I mean, you got a below average squad around you, but he is just dynamic after the catch, and he runs a 4.34 40. So he's going to be trouble if he catches the ball, and he just hit with his yards after catch. He has just the opportunity to be super flashy.
Absolutely. All right, guys, what do we have for our fantasy football MVP? Ryan, we'll go with you first.
C-Mac.
Christian?
I think it's C-Mac. I think he stays healthy this year. I think they find a way to kind of make sure that he stays healthy. Even if it's less, he gets less reps, he's still going to average 24, 25 fantasy points a game. I think it's C-Mac.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
It's not that bold.
My favorite drop.
I had a dream last night because
Jesus.
yesterday at the concert, we were just talking all fantasy football with people wearing the hat that Jerry's wearing. And people talking to me, and they're like, who's your 1.1? I'm like, it's Christian McCaffrey. That's who I'm taking. They're like, not Jonathan Taylor. Then I had a dream that Christian McCaffrey had a season-ending injury in the first game.
I mean, that could be a reality. Yeah, exactly. It's not far-fetched.
He's made of glass.
Jerry, how about you? Who do you got?
I think I am going to go with Jonathan Taylor. I think they're just going to continue to ride that.
Yeah, great offensive line and actually a confident quarterback so they can have more red zone opportunities. I like it. Regan, how about you?
Yeah, and I'm going to play off of Ryan's real MVP, which was Kirk Cousins, and I'm going to go with Justin Jefferson. I think we really need to watch the Vikings this year. This team is going to explode, and I'm pretty excited. I'm always high on the Vikings. I like Kirk Cousins. He's just a good QB, and then they have great work around them. If they can get, Dalvin Cook to play 14 games, that'd be great. And then Justin Jefferson, I just think he's going to go off. Cooper Kupp cannot repeat, and I don't think anyone else can repeat a season like they did. Debo, not going to happen. So Justin Jefferson, I think, is going to be the number one wide receiver on the year, and upside. He's got so much upside; it's not even funny. So I think this is a pretty safe pick.
It is. I like it. He's my wide receiver 1 on the year. Trying to get him everywhere I can. Yeah, my guy is Courtland Sutton, like you did with your MVP. MVP pick in the real NFL.
Mr. Unlimited.
I'm going with Courtland Sutton, his number 1 target. He is ranked wide receiver 21 right now. Consensus going on Fantasy Pros. ADP in the 5th round. Like Regan was saying, new QB that comes in. And the QB has MVP caliber type seasons. Sounds kind of familiar like last year, don't it? Where did Cooper Kupp go last year? 5th round? Yeah. Lining up. Courtland Sutton. I literally have him in every single league that I've in redraft leagues. So
I can't get him. He's going so early now.
That sucks.
Reports from camp as from yesterday were that he is clearly the number 1.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Yep. So
look
for a big year. I mean, we've been saying that for 2 months now. People need to listen to us. These reporters. Come on. Alrighty, guys. One more. I'm sorry. Super Bowl matchup. Who are we going with, Jerry? Who do you got for you, or just a winner?
Bills, Rams.
Bills, Rams again. Not Rams again. Come on.
Yeah, I think the Rams make it back. The Cardinals having D-Hop suspended, that's going to hurt their chances. And then San Fran, I don't think they're going to put it all together to get to a Super Bowl again. So that kind of leaves the Rams knowing where they are. And then I do think if the Bills get there, they beat them. This is the Bills-Chiefs matchup is always the hard one to get over.
Yeah, not this year. They'll be fine.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So.
Actually, probably should go back to that. Kansas City Chiefs over on there's 10.5 wins under 120. I'm putting money on it. I don't like the Chiefs this year, if you couldn't tell. I know. I'm burning money, Ryan. It's okay.
I'm not high on them. I'm not high on them this year either.
All right, cool.
Elite quarterbacks don't win less than 10 games, regardless of the team.
Okay. Regan, how about you? Who do you got for Super Bowl winning?
This one's rough because I right now I just thinking about it. I picked the Vikings and Broncos, but I'm leaning towards the Bucks being in there. I think Tom Brady's got one more season. I think it's a slide. I think he's out after this one.
Definitely out. He's out of it. All this plastic surgery. He has to pay the
head.
bill with all these injections. Ryan, how about you?
I'm going to go Battle of the Birds here. I'm going to go Ravens-Cardinals.
Ravens-Cardinals. Oh.
Told you he was getting bombed.
Oh, my God.
That came out of nowhere.
Look at that. All right. I've been stalling because I don't know who I'm going to pick, so I'm just going to go random. Miami Dolphins and Detroit Lions in the Super Bowl. Miami winning. Wonder what the money would be on that. No, I am going Chargers as my Super Bowl winner, and they will be against. This one sucks. I'm torn. I don't think the Bucks can make it. I'm going to say the Eagles.
That's different.
It's a very obscure matchup. I know.
All right.
That's
one of the closest colors to Miami, apparently.
Kind of, yeah. Mix it together. All righty.
Dolphins, Eagles. All right.
No, not Dolphins, Eagles. Did I say Dolphins, Eagles?
No, you said Chargers.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, wait.
Oh,
it did say Chargers, right? Okay.
He said Dolphins,
I just
Lions
assumed
first.
you said Dolphins.
No.
That's what I was just making assumptions that everyone wasn't actually listening.
I do like the Chargers in that spot, too.
Thank you. Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
All righty. Let us get into Jesus Christ. Our Thursday night matchup where we got a DFS lineup for you, but we'll get to regular start sits in a 12-team format, PPR. That's usually what we do our rankings and our start sits on. So we will get into that.
Perhaps play a little game called Just a Tip, just for a second, just to see how it feels.
All righty. Just our tips on who you should start and sit. So get the obvious ones out of the way. Thursday night, Bills going to the Rams. 52 over under. You're starting Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs. You're starting Cooper Kupp and Matt Stafford. Gabriel Davis and Allen Robinson, great wide receiver 3 plays, right? Or flex plays. You guys would do that, right?
Agreed.
Absolutely.
All right. So we don't need to talk about that. If you do have one of those start sits questions between your flex, say you got Gabriel Davis and Allen Robinson, hit us up. Just a tip, FFP. We'll help you out.
Robinson.
Okay. I'm going Gabe Davis. So, Ryan,
I'm the tiebreaker. First week, I'm going to go A-Rob. I think consistency is going to be a little bit better with A-Rob.
All right, Jerry, help me out. Who would you take in their flex there?
I'm A-Rob.
Damn
it. All right. Just week one, just to see, you know.
I'm saying just week one. All right. We'll see. All right. For the Rams, like we were talking about in the Hurt Locker, Akers and Henderson as your RB2. I hope you have better options like Chase Edmonds against the Patriots. I'd rather him be at my RB2 or Travis Etienne
Agreed.
over these guys. I'd rather sit them. But
If you can.
I would do. I was gonna say it's okay as an RB2, but
if you have to play Akers, play Akers. I wouldn't play Henderson. I definitely stay clear of that. But yeah, you guys are right. If you can avoid these guys at least week 1 to see how things shake out, that's the play.
Mm-hmm. What about the other side, the running backs over here? Singletary, Zach Moss, and James Cook. Running back by committee, a tough defense. Aaron Donald, he won't be swinging helmets, but he'll be swinging his biceps and clothesline tackling these guys. So it's a no for me, dog. I don't think I'm playing them.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Reegs.
I was gonna say I don't want to play them. You probably have them late as you're probably your third or fourth running back. But if I am to play one out of this 3, it's only Singletary.
All 3 are great DFS plays. That's it.
Yeah. And we will get into that. Why I think that's a great DFS play. What about Isaiah McKenzie? Is he a wide receiver 3 for the Buffalo
Bills?
Bills?
100%. If he's good to go, then definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. He's going to be the slot option. He's won the job over Jameson Crowder, but it kind of seems like he's trending towards not playing.
Yeah.
So even if keep me on the lookout for that.
Yeah. Even if he is playing, he's not a must start by any means. I think he got plenty of other options because you probably drafted him with one of your double-digit round picks.
Absolutely.
Last.
Except in deeper leagues, you might have to. Last. What about the tight ends here? We got Tyler Higbee for the Rams. I will get into that later. But Dawson Knox, guys, are we playing him? I don't think so because the Rams are pretty good against the tight end position. As of last year, they only let up 5 touchdowns the whole season and like 600 yards. So Bills, on the other hand, they've let up 10 touchdowns. Same amount of yards, though, as well. So I'm going to start Higbee in my DFS. I guess I'll spoil it already. But I think Knox I'm sitting. You should have drafted a better tight end than Knox.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's 12 other tight ends that I would play over these guys. So odds are these guys aren't your number 1 unless you really waited after people started taking second tight ends. So this probably isn't going to be a question for anyone. But out of the 2, I guess I'd go Higbee as well.
No, I did draft in one league where Knox was the main tight end for a roster, and I think at that point you can just stream matchups, find a guy off the waiver wire, look at Irv Smith, look at Bob Tunyon, look at Pat Freiermuth, try to snatch one of those guys. Freiermuth's probably not on the waiver wire, but you get the drift.
You might not be. Higbee though, his ADP is like 149, so you could definitely stream him if you need to. All right. Anybody else that I'm missing here? Start sets. Jerry, anybody?
Ooh, the defenses.
Oh, okay. Defenses.
Oh,
no. Over under is 52.5 points. I'm not playing any of these defenses. Sure, somebody will get a pick 6. Not Jalen Ramsey. He sucked. He's overrated. But Buffalo dealing with some injuries as well in their defensive backfield, so I'm not playing these defenses.
Yeah, I drafted the Rams in one league. Just it's your last pick. I was just like, oh, whatever, who cares? Looking at it later on, I saw that they're a great defense, but they have the 3rd hardest schedule, if not higher, this season. So this week, if you draft them and you're going to play them, you're playing the Bills. I think it's safe to say you could drop them and grab a different defense and kind of stream from there. You might even get lucky because there's a lot of defenses still out there. A lot of teams don't stack 2, especially this early. So you should be able to find something good.
Agreed. Like the Miami Dolphins playing the Patriots. Number 1 defense.
Right.
Number 1 defense this week.
Defenses.
Okay. We already lost all our listeners anyway. Let's get to our
Colts
DF.
are number 1.
Oh, okay. Okay.
They're playing Houston.
They're playing Houston, yeah. I like that.
I draft them in like every league just for that.
Makes sense. I should probably drop a player and pick up a defense and kicker. All right, moving on. DFS lineups. Ryan, who do we got? We are doing DraftKings captain spotlight, where you put a guy in your captain slot to lead off. You get 1.5 points. They do cost more on your salary cap? So 50,000 salary cap. What do you got? What's your lineup?
Yeah, I'm going with my captain. I'm going Gabe Davis. I was looking at the list. Stephon Diggs cost about $3,000 more. Cooper Kupp is about $6,000 more. I think Gabe Davis has that upside, so I think he's a value there. Flex options, I'm going to go with both quarterbacks with Allen and Stafford, and then I'm going to go A-Rob. So I'm kind of going both of these quarterbacks number 2, and then pairing them up. And then my flex, I think Jamison Crowder is going to be the slot guy. I think McKenzie's going to be out. I think he's a good DFS play. And then, like I said, any of the Bills running backs, because you're really just looking for somebody to find the end zone. I picked James Cook. I think he might be used in the passing game. Maybe he gets a receiving touchdown. So he's gonna be finishing off my flex there.
All righty. It's good. I have a totally different lineup besides Gabe Davis in my captain spot as well for 10,800. You're right. The other guys, they're too expensive. Then, of course, I got Josh Allen. Darrell Henderson with 4,800 I had to throw in there. Buffalo, they can be weak against the run, and he might be able to get his spots in the red zone. Then Cooper Kupp, 12,400. Isaiah McKenzie, if he's injured, I'll swap him out. But for now, he's in there. And then I did have Allen Robinson, but when I was looking up the tight ends, doing my little research there, I have Higbee for 5,600, and then I have a $2,000 cap remaining. That's another tip for you on DFS. A lot of people are going to be excited and start playing that aren't usually used to DFS, and they're going to use their entire cap. So say half the pool is going to do that. Try to make yourself different. Don't use the whole salary cap. Just my opinion. And others that I've listened to. Jared, you got a DFS lineup or?
I do not. I haven't played DFS.
I got you. No problem. Just didn't want to feel like you weren't included.
No.
Not like high school.
I've got all my interests tied up elsewhere.
All right. I figured. Regan, how about you?
So I'm glad you guys took me last because I had mine up here on our doc and I just changed it.
Nice.
So I got as in my captain chair, I got Allen Robinson. I just think he's gonna have a big game. Maybe not a lot of receptions, but I'm thinking like 2 touchdowns, like something ridiculous. The guy, I don't know. I'm just really excited about him this year.
Okay.
In general. From there, I have Matthew Stafford and Josh Allen, so I kind of follow what Ryan was going with: get as many points as I can, and go from there. And then I did have Dawson Knox. I switched it to Tyler Higbee. I like that for 5,600. And then at the end, I went Stephon Diggs and Isaiah McKenzie. So if McKenzie can play, if not, I'll switch him out for Jamison Crowder. But I kind of like that in general. I was surprised I was able to afford Stephon Diggs so late after getting Josh Allen.
I was going to say, I tried getting him in, but I couldn't figure it out. But you, sir, are the master, and you figured it out. Good for you.
Isaiah McKenzie is an amazing value right now. If you just plug him in and lock it in and then change him out if he's injured, because 2,400 is nothing for him.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Winner of these DFS matchups gets free wings from the other losers. So,
okay.
Yeah, sounds
submit.
Sounds good. Who wins this matchup, guys? Rams or Bills? I am going Bills. Yeah, I'm going Bills. Spoiler of their banner night.
Do we know? Oh, yeah, it's in LA.
It is in LA, yeah.
I'm going Rams at home.
Okay.
Oh, my God. This is so hard. These are like my 2 favorite teams the past couple years. This is rough. Matthew Stafford, Josh Allen. I can't go away from my boy Matthew Stafford. I'm going Rams.
All right. Jerry, how about you?
I'm going Bills.
All right. Cool. Awesome. And if you takers out there have made it to this far in the episode, just make sure you share tips with your friends and family. Be much appreciated. Good luck on your last weekend. of drafts. You got 3 more days to fit it in before the season starts by the time you're listening to this. So good luck. We got 2 more, or I got 2 more. Regan, you have 2 more.
You are today, Mac.
Oh, look at that. Boom. Oh, sound effect like Inception.
Yeah. Hey, whose name's that's last?
I don't know.
2021. That's weird.
That is weird.
Huh.
It's almost like it was fixed. Headed over to Regan's house now for a draft. So I'll see you later. Anybody have anything for the leftovers? Jerry, we'll start with you. Could be anything. Could be a boat.
Could be a vote.
Could be a boat.
Could be emails from Elon Musk. Whatever you want to talk about.
Mhm.
Yeah, no. I don't know. I wasn't expecting the leftovers.
It's all good. He ate his whole meal. He has no leftovers.
Yeah.
It's all good. You can tell he listens to our episodes. Brian, how about you?
No, I really don't have much today. Oh, actually, no. Hang on. 99 Woodstock on Netflix. That was a good documentary. Check it out.
I have not watched it yet, but I've heard good things.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Loved it.
That's what
Limp
I've heard.
Bizkit just creating absolute chaos.
Obviously. Fred Durst is a badass. Regan, how about you?
You know what? Mine's pretty simple, and it's just the fact that I'm a little disappointed. You know, you gave Ryan all the credit for his nice background, and I got a nice Julian Edelman signed jersey behind me, all put up on the wall, and I got nothing. You said nothing.
Yeah, I don't like Julian Edelman. He's annoying.
Fair point. How do you argue with that?
He's annoying. He doesn't know what he's talking about either. He talks a lot of trash.
Field. That's why he was so good.
He talks a lot of trash about Tua. So no, he's dead to me.
So do I.
You're dead to me too.
Oh, this guy.
Except I can't really cut you out of my life, being your stepdaddy and all.
Is that what it is? Oh, you're missing child support then, Johnny. I mean, your car.
Damn it.
Hey, with the whole episode of that one mom joke. Good work, boys.
Yeah, we try.
I'll give him credit.
Good luck, takers. Happy Labor Day weekend.
Thank you, Jay.